Hello guys, welcome back to Appsheet tutorial. So in this video, we're going to see about how to export the CSV file using the action. So it means like whatever the data you have in the spreadsheet, you're going to export it as CSV for your own purpose with some filter conditions. So let's get started with this previous invoice app. If you are new to this channel, just check out the above link, how to generate invoice and send email. So we have covered a lot of topics in related to invoice, and people's also asking some doubts. Okay, so before we going to start this exporting CSV, we just look our comments and whatever users asking any doubts. So and thanks guys. So we got 344 subscribers. If you are watching this channel without subscribing, just subscribe and support this channel. And so mind access thief asked how to have data exported as PDF within a date range. Okay, so today we're going to cover this topic, how we're going to export as a CSV file, but in your case you're asking PDF. Okay, so PDF is another similar regarding to this. So we will explain this in this video, and if you want to skip this comments discussion, just I'll give the below link. You can directly watch today's topic of how to export into CSV. Okay, so and then can I solve one issue? Can I generate report as a PDF or Excel? Yes, you can export PDF in the whatever the template you are giving. You can generate the PDF. So we have I think already covered this previous video. You can just have a look. Lucky sign and PDF file path. Can I say copy please? Okay, sorry, I don't know Hindi, so maybe you can translate in English. I think you're asking about the PDF file path, right? So generally the file path you can get to know if you open your data source. So in this we are generating the invoice and we are generating the file path also. So if you see here, it's the invoice bill. So the file path, invoice file path we are generating. So you can check in the previous link how we are generating this file path. So it's basically located in Appsheet data and your app and invoices folder. Okay, so this is the ID of the PDFs. So I'll just show one demo. So open your Google Drive, and here you will find, so you just follow this path, Appsheet data invoice app. So just opening this Appsheet data, and invoice app 1442891, right? So I have a lot of apps. So just search invoice app 1442891, and here in the inside the invoices folder you can find whatever the generated PDF you have. So that's it. Shubhash Panji, I think, I hope your doubt gets clear. And so is it possible to send generated PDF using file WhatsApp automatically, Ramesh? So yeah, I guess using the WhatsApp API, you can use the webhook and you can connect with WhatsApp. So you need to subscribe for business WhatsApp API. So if you check, so if you go to this business WhatsApp API, first of all, so you have to, it's a Facebook one. So Facebook has acquired WhatsApp, so you have to contact the Facebook developers to get your business WhatsApp API. Then once you are approved with your business, you will get the API. And in WhatsApp we have webhook. So with that webhook you can try the sending the PDF file. File is possible or not, I'm not sure, but you can use the text and all. I guess file also you can give the link of the PDF maybe in the text. So you can call the webhook. So in this, if you see the automation, so we have a call a webhook, right? So here you just give the API of that WhatsApp and the JSON you can trigger, then you can use this. I hope this may help you, Ramesh. So thank you. Okay, so can I generate report as a PDF? Okay, so now we will see how we are going to export the CSV. So CSV is the Excel type of the data, and within a date range. So yeah, I will try to cover this also, how to filter the date range of this generating the PDF. Okay guys, so let's get started how we to export a PDF. Okay, so first of all we need so what I am going to export as a CSV is this invoice bill. Okay, so we are already generating how we are generating invoice, how we are sending an email as a PDF. So now we are going to export as for our local purpose or whatever. So I'm just going to explain this action. So we have one behavior called in this action, just create. So in this here we have one action, export this view to a CSV file, not a row level action, which means that whatever the view we are using, it will export directly as a CSV file. Okay, so it's not a row level action, which means it's not about this data, it's about the view, whatever the data view you have, it's going to export. Okay, so for this example, so we are going to export this invoice bill as a CSV file. Okay, so first we will create a new action called export for invoice, and we will attach this behavior to the invoice bill, export this view to a CSV file. Okay, select this, and CSV file local means the local of the exported CSV file or expression in the local language. It's like a related to language. We are going to select English India, maybe to support the fonts of the respective languages. They're asking the CSV file local. If we have any other different languages, we need to select the specific local file so that the fonts will get support. Now we'll just save this. Oh, sure. Okay, webhook. Oh, sorry, I just forgot to change notification. Yeah. So we created the action called export invoices. Now we just we're going to have this view, this invoice bill view. Since we don't, so we'll go to this navigations. This is the invoice bill, and most importantly, the exporting CSV is not a row level action. Is based on this view, right? So we have to change this to overlay. It's related to this view, so that you will get this action button, and once we select, we will get the CSV of this particular view. We will all get this as a Excel sheet. Okay, so it's generally whatever the data you have, you're going to directly exporting. So if you open this, see, okay, mine is old version, so date is not working properly. Okay, so if you see here, it's just a generating the invoice whatever we have, but you will find the difference. So we have here 1 2 3 4 5 columns, but we have here only 4 columns, and additional related invoice also came, so which is not here we have. Okay, so the how these are all coming from is from the virtual columns we have. It's related to the view, right? So which means if we go to this particular invoice bill view, so whatever the columns which we are showing, that's only it will export as a view. So we are showing this related invoice of list of items, so it's came as like this related invoice items, whatever the ID which we are referring, it's coming. And we are showing this invoice link and invoice ID and date. Okay, so invoice ID and date, but we are not showing these two. Okay, that's why it's not exporting. So let's select the invoice file path also, and then save. So whatever the view we are showing, it will export as a view. So that's why the behavior name is mentioned as export this view. So you have to say view. So that's why whatever the view we are showing, it will export. Now we selected the invoice, the file path we have selected. Okay, We just check and we'll again export. Okay, so now if you see here, see the invoice file path also came, invoice link. Okay, this is the one. So invoice link also came, right? So we have the one link, we have this. So yeah, we have only one link in the final row, so which you can use directly from here. So if you click, the related particular invoice will get open. So this is where you can directly open, export and open. And another use case for this is, so it's just exporting, right, whatever we have. What if you want as a date range? So I want to export the generous invoice bill for the particular date. So for example, this month is October, so which means I want this only to, right, October month. So it's like a custom date range. So this is what one user asked. So how we can export this PDF within a date range. Okay, so for that, now what we're going to do is we have to we are going to create one filter, which means a slice of the view, because this action will work only on the view. Whatever the view which has the data contains, it will filter and it will export it. So we are going to create a new slice. So here I'm going to create a new slice. So I'm going to name it as invoice slice. Bill, and the row filter condition will be, let's create a custom expression. So for this example, let's say date should be greater than, say like, let's copy this, date should be greater than 01 October is 10, 20. So date should be greater than October, right? October 1, which means current months. We're going to filter it out. Let's close this. So now we have created this slice. We have going to create a new UX for this slice, which is invoice slice, custom invoice range, custom invoice. Let's name it as custom invoice. So here, once we save, so for this particular month we have only two invoice, and showing date should be greater than 10. It's not filtered properly. Oh, sorry, I missed it as 2020. This 2021. That's why it's showing everything last year as well. So now we have only two invoices, right? So for this particular month. Now for this view, we are going to just click on export invoice. Let's see what we will get. So we will get only the last two invoices only. So in this way we can filter it out, whatever we have, the custom date range. But what if this is I did manually using this slice date greater than. So if you want last month or December or previous month, June, July, something, you can't able to put input manually, right? So we're going to create a new filter which will dynamically we can create a filter for this view, and we are going to show that particular view. Okay, so let's create a new row, new sheet called date filter. Okay, so this is date filter. Here we will just say unique ID, start date, end date. So this is a custom date range which we are going to create, and we are going to show the particular invoice. Okay, so I created this date filter. Let's import data. It's not filter, it's date filter. So we have another column called filter, so just delete this. Yeah, to add invoice generation. Select date filter. Okay, so I'll just add this table, and we'll just make sure the columns. So unique ID, level, start date, it's date. Okay, so everything is perfect. So we have created this filter, but we are going to attach this filter to this invoice builder. So for that, what we're going to do is, like, first we'll go to this slice. We just need to change the fetching. We have to going to look up data slice, this invoice slice, instead of manually fetching the date. So we are going to we're just going to select the date range. We want to select this date filter, and then start date, and the condition will be the last row, right? So we will going to create a lot of filters, but we want the last row filter that we are going to use. So for that, what we're going to do is, in this columns, we have row number will be there. So row number will be the last. So max of row number. So what does just in so what does it mean is this expression. So select, we are going to select the start date of from the date filter. Any means the anyone, right? So this actually gives the list of the one. So we're going to change this type as any. Okay, but and number should be the max of date filter of row number, which means but the last row. Okay, so that's why it means this is a filter condition of the row. We are going to create a lot of custom filters, so but we need to select the last row, right? So I'll just explain what does it mean. So here, and condition, and date should be greater than start date. Date should be less than, so just mention equal to, so less than or equal to end date. Okay, we'll just change this end date. Just close the and condition. Okay, so now this is the filter condition which we did. Now we'll just save. here, custom invoice, we don't get anything because we haven't created a filter for this. So what, let's say in this behavior, let's create a new action for this filter. Say for filter, or yeah, we have to first create this UX for this filter view, right? So here I'm just creating a form view for this date filter. Date filter. And this is a form view. I will just hide this unique ID. Don't need this. And this is required. This is required. Just this should happen. What happened? Okay, so this is the action which so now we created the filter, but we need to attach this filter to this view, right? So that we can create a set a filter, then we can export it. So let's add a new action button for this custom invoice. So it's an invoice bill, say filter, and for this to go to another view within this app. So just link to view, of date filter, which is the filter form which we recently created. So we are going to linking this view to the date filter, which is this date filter. So it will open the form to enter the filter. Then so appearance we can change to differentiate filter. This is the filter. Okay, so in this custom invoice, just display overlay. So this is a filter. Now we select this and the particular date which I'm selecting from October 1. Let's say will be different. So I'm selecting September 1 to September 30. So last month, which is September 1 to September. I'm exporting all the last September 1 date. Once I save, see 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. So the September month every filter came here, right? Okay. So I have to save this. So this is the custom range. So the date filter of September start and end date which we have finished. But if you are adding another filter, the respective, so let's say now I'm going to select today's. First we'll export this September, then we'll export. So September month of invoices we just exported. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'm just selecting the filter for this particular month, October. So then save. See, we'll get only. So this is dynamic way of filtering. Right? So in this way, you will get filter. So now I think you understand this slice. So which is the last row, which means this is the last row which we are fetching this start date and end date, and we are going filtering dynamically and exporting the invoice. So I hope this will help you mind access thief within a date range. Okay. So if you want PDF also, you can use the same expression for this PDF, where you can use this expression for the loop condition for the PDF. Okay. So thanks guys. If you like this video, if you find it's useful, just leave a comment and subscribe and hit the notification so that it will reach more people. The YouTube algorithm needs your comments and likes to reach more people. Okay guys, thank you. If you have any doubt, just leave a comment. I'll try to reply if it's possible, okay? And please make it understandable because some of your doubts I'm not getting properly. So please be clear with your doubts. Okay guys, thank you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.